Welcome back to Blue Dragon.
Part
and now,
2.
new game cut to my new game plus save file.
All right.
Let me guess, you have to do a new game save in order to see the opening cutscenes and whatnot that we saw in the first part?
No. The new game plus works exactly like in Chrono Trigger. It's just that I wanted to at least give you guys an idea of how the game starts at normal.
Oh, you're maxed out here.
Yeah, because I grinded I grinded a lot in my actual playthrough that I did in preparation for this. And don't worry, Jova, I'm playing on impossible difficulty, which is the hardest mode, which means there will still be battles where I have to be careful. Anyway, yeah, accessories. I think I explained this already in the part 1, because go ahead, Jova, what is it?
I wonder if this will be like our Final Fantasy XIV playthrough, where despite the fact you were maxed out, we had that fun boss that took so long that you had to speed it up to 4 times speed, I believe.
Fortunately, Jova, this game is not that bad. Fortunately, grinding and working out for increasing your stats actually means something in this game, fortunately. I mean, Sakaguchi at his worst, it's still light years above fucking Toriyama.
You know, I'm kind of sad that trilogy didn't break me, because now I feel like there's nothing even... Well, okay, never mind, there was Quantum Break that somehow managed to be more stupid than 13-2, I believe.
Nah, I still think 13-2 is stupider than that, honestly. Don't get me wrong, Quantum Break is retarded, but...
I forget,
let me explain this, Joe, because this is important. So yeah, you can do normal encounters and even hit them with the square button to start a preemptive strike, or you can use the circle. What is this? The circle thing pauses the game and allows you to either select one of various opponents that are in the circle that you created by pressing the right trigger, or you can choose to fight all enemies that are inside the circle, which means, of course, it will be one battle with all the enemies that you found on the world map, meaning you can immediately fight them all in one battle, making grinding faster. So that's just actually a really cool mechanic. I actually really like this one, so credit there. Start a battle with list enemies, select fight all the enemies option. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Okay, guys, okay, for the sake of fans of Blue Dragon, I want to apologize. Yes, I finally caved in and checked the options. And yes, guys, you can turn off that voice. While I will give it credit for that, at the same time, the fact that they thought this was a good idea mystifies me.
Wait, what?
But oh well.
I mean,
At least you can turn it off, I guess.
Wait, what do you mean? Why is it a bad idea that they thought that the idea to toggle off voices on and off was a bad idea?
The idea of the voice itself. The idea of the voice itself, not the fact that we can turn it off.
Are you talking about the quality of the voice acting, or the fact that
the voice that says playable? The voice that says playable. Lost. Detected.
Oh, that's stupid. Well, I mean, you're gonna keep it for the whole playthrough, right?
No, I'm gonna turn it off starting with part 7 because I think 6 parts of this is enough for us to get the point.
Yeah, oh!
Like I said, I want to at least try to be fair so that nobody accuses me of being unfair to this game. I don't like the game, but I don't want to be unfair to it.
You know, wait, maybe they're being thoughtful of people who are blind, seeing as how there is actually a blind playthrough guy
this is a JRPG with walls of text, come on.
Yeah, but there was a blind guy who played through Ocarina of Time, and...
Jova,
stop before you start being very insensitive.
Hold on, guys! There's a small poo in the ground. Shall we search it? Sure, there's a small poo in the ground. Shall we search it?
Oh, don't get me wrong,
we find 19 gold in poo.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, so there you go, kids. The moral of the story is, if you find a piece of crap on the floor, search for it. There might be money in there.
Anyway, well, to be fair, Pedro, falsify.
That makes sense. I mean, for those people who accidentally swallowed the money in the Christmas pudding.
And I guess to...
Playable.
See. In Falsifiers, it made sense because you were trading in poo to a guy who found it valuable, and it was fossilized poo. So it made sense that would be valuable. Here you literally find money in poo, though. That makes no sense.
Prepare to say that a lot. Forgot this game, Jova.
But yeah, don't worry, Shirley.
What's that thing, guys? Hey, look! There's a treasure chest. Point that out. Go ahead, Shirley.
Oh. Can we get it somehow?
Why don't we use our blue auras to do that? We'll have to think of a way. Seriously, why don't we use our blue auras? They're tall enough.
Because we can only use them in battle, because gameplay.
That's stupid.
Well, they do use them in some cutscenes, but they don't have no use gameplay-wise aside from battle.
That makes it even more stupid. I mean, look.
I got a bad feeling about what's ahead. Go ahead, Teo.
What?
I got a bad feeling about this cliche.
Oh, right.
Ding! Remember, Shiro, you're Luke.
Looks like we'd better be careful.
Joy.
Okay, Shuri, I'm just going to know, I hate the voiceover too. I'm just trying to think of some rational decision as to why they would do that.
Again, I will give credit to you Blue Dragon fans. Yes, we can turn it off. So if you don't... Oh, hold on. Cutscene.
And now we're all of a sudden super exhausted because...
Yeah, it's because the game assumes that you're using this time to grind. The problem is that, yeah, I haven't because I don't need it, so...
Playing story, segregation.
Hey, how come we can't use this magic?
Actually, you can.
You mean
Thanks to the
healing
job
magic?
system, but we haven't explained this yet.
You and I are always doing the attacking, and Jiro's doing the healing.
He is?
Subversion for the win!
Wait, hold on. I could have sworn I saw him use attacks at some point.
No, it's just that at the beginning. Okay, here you go. When you want to change your Shadow's class, open the main menu and select Shadow. Basically, it's the job system from Final Fantasy V. That's all you need to know, too.
So, does this change which aura they get as well?
No, they always have the same aura.
You know, I gotta say this, while the character models actually look good, the models of the auras kinda look a bit slimy and ugly, and not in the good way.
It's like I've said before, like...
I mean, the character models I actually do like, but it's the models of the Blue Dragon, the Blue Bull, and... What was Kluk saying? A Blue Eagle?
Phoenix, actually. Anyway, the point is, you can change the various jobs that you have. Right now we have Sword Master, Black Mage, and White Mage.
Pedro?
And we... Yes?
Mr. Duarte, I have a question. If we wasted a cutscene on pointing out that Jiro does the healing, why didn't we include a bit in the cutscene explaining why all of a sudden they can now change their jobs?
Quiet, or I will smite you with my ring hand.
Seriously though, I mean, look, if you're gonna have a cutscene pointing stuff out, go the full mile. It's like, oh, well, here you go, tutorial. Now you can do this.
I would like to point out, Teo, that I'm not the one doing the complaining here.
You know, I hate, I hate to say it, but, when Final Fantasy XIV had a cutscene, yes, it led into a tutorial. Now, of course, there's the obvious issue that game had tutorials up the wazoo, but again, I repeat, the tutorials actually were in conjunction with the cutscenes. Here, you wasted a perfectly good...
Which game are you talking about?
The first 13 game. Well,
no. The first one, the tutorials were literally just blue text stopping the game.
No, Pedro. What I'm saying is whenever there was a cutscene talking about, oh, something new has happened to us, now we can do this or that, then that led into a tutorial. The problem here is that they missed a clear opportunity to explain why all of a sudden they can now swap the abilities to heal or attack and whatnot. Despite the fact that in the same cutscene, they asked why.
We just say, oh, why we can't do this? And then, boom, all of a sudden you can.
With no cutscene or in-story explanation. It's like, seriously, that's kind of what you're supposed to set things up with in these things.
By the way, too, aside from XP, what we get also is ranking points, which involves our rank, and each job has a ranking level that also goes from 1 to 99. And the more you level up your job, the more skills you get, and all that good shit. So it's very basic, as you can see.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is the item shop, and this is the very first town that we arrive at.
They all have Dougal's faces if it was shrunken on the forehead.
This is, hey Shira, guess what? We found a village with sheep. Or anthropomorphic sheep.
They look like dogs.
And as you can see, tail formation looks exactly like in Final Fantasy IX.
You offend me, Jova.
Well, seriously though, look at their heads and tell me you don't see dog instead of sheep.
And yeah, in a throwback to the NES Final Fantasies, we have to buy spells at shops.
So let me get this straight.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, I do.
Lost Odyssey did this as well.
Yeah.
Lost Odyssey did this.
So let me get this straight. These are sheep, yet they have the heads of dogs and the hands of humans? What? No, seriously, the pale hands.
Yeah,
Are they
even
s-
for a Akira Toriyama standard, it's weird.
Are they some sort of hybrid between sheepdog and human that just happens to be called sheep?
Maybe they're people in sheep suits.
I
Are they
don't
Pedro?
know.
No sheep.
I don't know, Jova. Like you're asking, I didn't make the game. What are you asking me?
Oh, well, I was just wondering if maybe the story later,
Oh
addresses.
no. These people have nothing to do with the story. They're just here for the sake of being the first village of friendly people.
It's weird, I have to say this, but it's kind of uncanny for a JRPG to not have any explanation whatsoever for a weird design these days.
You can use this trick when fighting the enemy separately. You can only use this trick when fighting separately, though, which kind of makes it useless. But I thought I'd still teach it about you anyway. Anyway, here's another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys. Okay, this is another thing that's going to be very popular. This game also has a cool. Those Vile Clouds appeared 3 days ago, and strange things started happening. So you can be the other guy.
Sure. Actually, ever since we saw those violet clouds, we've something heard
Moaning voices.
Heard moaning voices.
It's
Sorry.
a cloud of the dead.
Dompa took off to find out the source of the moaning voices, but he hasn't returned. If
So?
only there were heroes around here who could save them. Hey, Shiro, do you know of any hero or heroes that we could, hire to save this guy?
Meh.
That's an engine machine, It's amazing that it's still operational, but I wonder what it's used for. That's actually the fast travel device, but we're all going to explain it in part 3.
Okay.
So the device is already active. So basically, I can already fast travel here. The problem is that I don't have the fast travel option yet. Later.
What to say?
I was
It's
about to say.
dangerous
Oh,
to
yeah.
go
Something
around.
important.
I did. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Oh, very
Anyway,
good.
one of my buddies has disappeared. Tell him to come back if you see him out there.
I wonder if we'll find that buddy of his.
Gee, yeah, I wonder. Lot Wilderness? Don't you mean Lost Wilderness?
Oh, yeah.
Typo!
Wait, hold on. Maybe they mean it. Wait, hold on. Maybe they mean it isn't a lot of wilderness.
What? What the? That hole's huge!
What's this hole doing here? It looks pretty deep. Let's jump in it.
By the way, spoilers, that hole has nothing to do with anything, so I have no idea why the hell we stopped to look at the hole.
Is this gonna be a
Are
thing with
there-
this game?
Well, does this game involve something like meteors?
Nope.
That's what would have been.
Are you sure that hole never gets revisited?
That's what I thought at first, Tail, but no.
So wait, nothing to do with that hole whatsoever, and there just happens to
No,
be.
no, I
It's
have
just
no...
there.
I swear to you, Jova and Tail, I have no idea why Sakaguchi stopped the game to point out that there's a giant hole there, because that hole has nothing to do with anything.
Side quest?
Well, I guess, possibly?
Alright, I'll look it up.
But then again...
Dragon, huge hole.
Jova, you don't know what you're getting into. Maybe you can find some weird porn with that description.
Thankfully, the first result I got was on here. Let's see.
Are you sure about that, Joe?
It
See if
says
we can find the
Discord.
fan fiction. See if we can find the fan fiction where Maru finally gets it on with I forgot the pirates, the female pirates' name. I mean, the characters in this game are so forgettable. I didn't even remember their names. Anyway, we'll get to Maru in part 4 if I remember correctly.
So
But,
apparently that green grunt that you faced is supposed to be a boss. Okay.
no. All these are normal enemies. You'll see the first boss of the game in just... Oh, there you go, right now, checkpoint. So we're about to fight the boss. Go ahead, Joby, you can be this guy.
Okay. Hey, somebody help! There's a huge crater here. Can you do something about it?
Is there? I don't see it. A huge creature?
Yes.
And now, Shiroi and Jova, I would like for you to take a good look because this is one of the most baffling boss themes I've ever heard in a JRPG. So I would like you guys to listen so you can give your opinion on it.
How bad could it be, I wonder?
Pedro,
No, it's not bad. It's not that it's terrible. It's just that it's baffling, more like confusing than bad per se.
Wow, that's a derpy looking boss. Oh, cool, rock and roll. That's nice.
I know, but listen to the lyrics.
It's lyrics.
Yes.
It's the singing it is. It's the singing.
Is this Japanese but trying to sound
See,
English?
okay, let me explain. The guy who's singing, by the way, is Hironobu Kageyama. For those who don't know, he's Mr. Dragon Ball Z, aka the guy who sung songs like Shala Het Shala, We Got a Power. He's an amazing J-rock singer. Here's the problem. Sakaguchi decided it was a good idea to have him sing in English, even though he doesn't know a lick of English. And there you go, you'll listen to the results of that.
Wait, hold on, this is English?
It's supposed to be. Don't worry, Joe, they will become more obvious later.
I have keen ears and even I can't make out what he's trying to say.
Let's try to listen for a bit then.
He tries so hard to David Bowie.
This is the beginning?
That's how it started.
This is the beginning.
Yeah, Sakaguchi, leave the lyrical boss tunes to Sonic Team, okay?
Sure, since you're actually kind of an expert in Japanese music, what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like how it sounds, and I'm sure the lyrics would sound good if I could hear them more clearly, but the dude needs to work on his enunciation.
Yeah, that's exactly the problem. We have a guy
They
who's
should have either gotten an English-speaking singer.
exactly.
Or give it us subtitles.
Kageyama, as I'm sure Terry will agree with me, Kageyama is amazing. He's one of the greatest Japanese singers of all time. Here's the problem. He doesn't know a lick of English. This is like if I tried to sing in Japanese.
Well, they could have just left the Japanese song in then and had lyrics and an extra.
Yeah, but that's a problem, Shiro. I remember this is a Microsoft IP, so Microsoft definitely didn't want any Japanese left in this game because they're an American company.
Well, let's see, this was back before they went the whole Xbox War shtick, so I'm willing to believe that they would have been okay with Japanese stuff because it always seems to have been after the Xbox One got announced that they seem to have been against the Japanese sort of stuff. Which I guess sort of goes full circle. So doesn't seem to really care about the Xbox One.
I was about to ask the gameplay-wise how the box actually works, but yeah.
Well, I guess to be fair, he is
there's nothing that particularly interesting about the boss too. It's just a boss that you beat up until it's dead. Don't worry about that.
To be fair, Pedro is maxed out, I guess.
Don't worry, Joe. But the game will get harder. This boss is incredibly easy, regardless of whether or not I'm doing the New Game Plus.
These fucking lyrics, man.
But Teo, this is the beginning.
Wow, you guys are pretty good.
Well, we got ourselves a name for this part.
I was gonna help you out if you got into a tight spot.
Sure.
Are you hurt? Everyone back to the sheep tribe. The sheep tribe camp is worried. Sheep tribe.
They look nothing like
that's a fancy term for Welsh people. Go ahead, Jova.
I'm fine. After all, I'm Dompa, the bravest in the camp.
There you go, Teo. He's Dompa, the bravest in the camp.
Whoa.
Brave? Doesn't seem all that. That's judgmental, Shrew.
Especially coming from a kid.
Anyway, are you guys going on ahead?
Oh, never mind. We meet Maru in the next part. That's so good. Prepare yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, I'm gonna put a warning right now. Teo, Shiroi, Jova.
Yeah.
Prepare yourselves. This game doesn't look that bad right now. It doesn't look that good, but not that bad as well. But, well, that changes in the next part. In the next part is where the game officially collapses under the weight of its own stupidity. Because we're going to meet the fourth character. Because we're going to meet the fourth character that Teo already knows what I'm talking about. And that fourth character, his shittiness is so gigantic. It manages to get the whole game to collapse under the weight of that character's shittiness. I could literally finish the playthrough at part 3 and go, okay, I guess you guys got the point. We can end the playthrough here, but unfortunately I have to play the whole game, so we have to suffer for that guy. Sorry, Teo.
For thy sins I shall bless thee.
Not bad.
Oh look, guys, I assure you, remember, Joe, I showed you that character that has the voice actress for Styx. Remember? I showed you.
This doesn't seem to be a big
Oh,
war
yeah.
map.
No, yeah, the world is not exactly that interesting, though.
And also, yeah, for the starting area, it looks terrible. I mean, barren, desolated. I mean, it worked, for example, in Final Fantasy VII because it had Midgard, but as soon as you stepped out, there was green stuff and everything. Here is just
So this
depressing.
must be what drilled all those holes.
Maybe Nene's
There you go, Joe, but there's the payoff for the big hole. This thing drilled all the holes.
Oh, well, there you go, Pedro.
Don't panic.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Jova. The whole drilling the hole, this machine drilling holes has nothing to do with anything. The moment we leave this ship,
Back home.
it gets forgotten.
Yeah, good plan,
Could you actually go
Jiro.
down the hole if you
See,
wanted to?
you see, you starting to see a pattern here, Teo and Jova. Plot points are brought up, only so that the Sakaguchi can immediately drop them the moment he doesn't need them anymore.
Why do the game go into first-person mode when going on a ladder?
That was
Because fancy directing on part of
Also,
Sakaguchi.
could you have gotten...
I
I wonder, could you have fallen into the hole if you went towards it, I wonder?
No. So yeah, for some reason this thing decided to start working on its own.
Maybe someone's driving it?
Oh, good call, Jova. But we'll find out who in part 4. That's part 3. There. Well, that was it. Join. Yeah.
So, no sense of the thing even moving, like no showing it shaking, or are we already at our destination?
Allow the shoes speed.
Hey, look, guys!
Suddenly picked up.
Hey, guys! Did you notice how out the window it was still nice and sunny as if we were still above ground?
What's this attention to detail you speak of? Anyway, they should have the same effects on you. I believe you will like them. They are available for purchase. What are you looking for?
So...
Items, accessories, spells.
So, whoever owns this ship just happens to have merchant bots. Okay.
Because why not?
Pedro question. When we do find out the person who owns the ship, does
Story,
this make...
gameplay, segregation, fail. There you go.
Okay,
Jova.
Pedro's gonna ask. Whoever owns the ship, does it make sense in context why they would have merchant bots on the ship?
Not really. But then again, to be fair, a lot of JRPGs do this kind of thing, so it's not exactly fair to brag on this game for it.
I guess. It's just like, well, some do a better job of, making them, shall we say, blend in otherwise. Like, I hate to say it, but 13.2 does sort of make sense, seeing as how Chocolina can technically warp in and out at will, so I guess that makes sense.
But that's the thing, Joe, but the explanation for why she can do that is nonsensical.
Oh, Pedro,
Regardless of that,
Pedro.
but it doesn't make her less annoying.
Pedro, are you telling me that you don't like chocobos literally turned into beautiful women, scantily clad, who can time travel around at will?
I already have
time
plenty of that
travel?
on Deviant. If I wanted to see that, I'd go to DeviantArt. Like,
Chocolina will
But
see
even then, I wouldn't want to go to
skill.
DeviantArt.
Drill machine, second floor. What are we?
so yeah, let's explore the spaceship. And before you ask, no, that wasn't a graphical glitch. That was just because the camera was pointing to the blue thingy. So it don't worry, that was not the problem with the game. It was just the camera was in an awkward place, so it filmed something right really up close. Don't worry about that.
Okay, let's go to the third floor. Are they trying to build suspense or something?
Yeah, but it's not even music.
Yes, yes, Joe. But there's a gigantic fear thing to be feared in this game. Sorry, in this ship. It's called Maru Maru, and we'll meet it in part 3. Anyway,
So
battle.
we're being attacked by...
Oh yeah, I haven't mowed down command, have I? Basically, Teo, eventually, there's one particular job that, I think it's Swordmaster, if I remember correctly, that has the, a mow down skill that you can learn. What's mow down? It's literally a physical attack for an entire row of enemies. So, if you take your time grinding to teach all of your party members that thing, the game becomes pretty much a cakewalk.
By the way, guys, Shu's parents were killed. Just want you to remember that.
No. Kluk's parents were killed. See? Thanks, Joe, for that point. These characters are so completely shallow that Jova is literally mistaking Shu for Crook. It's brilliant.
Wait, hold on. I thought that Shu also wanted to kill the land shark because it killed his parents for revenge, wasn't it?
No. He wanted revenge for what the land shark has been doing to the village. No, Shu's parents. We never learn anything about Shu's parents. We only know he has a grandfather, and that's it.
Wait. So Shu's parents are just gone?
We never know, Joe, but his parents are never mentioned in any way, shape, or form. As far as this game is concerned, this kid just popped out of nowhere without parents.
And it was Kluke's parents.
No, actually, I have a perfect explanation, Pedro. They got eaten by a rhino.
Oh yeah, of course.
Funny, because there was a shark in that movie too. Only it was awesome.
And now it's time for a quiz. For the sake of you guys not getting anything wrong, Tail, which of the main characters had his parents killed by the land shark?
But wasn't it a she that had her parents killed by the land shark, Mr. Duarte?
Yeah, I said, well, which of the main characters?
Yeah,
I never
but
said
you
it
said
was a he.
You want to
Fine,
steal my treasure?
my mistake. Which
Wait,
of the main
what?
characters, Tail?
My treasure?
What?
You failed a class. Jova, which of the main characters
Cloak.
lost? There you go.
But seriously, why all of a sudden is this robot a bigger threat than the other robot
So
we
I
faced?
forgot actually, what's Gyro's role in all of this?
Well, Tail, do you want? That's the thing,
Is he Shu's best friend?
Oh,
He's
Shiro.
yes, these three are best friends. They grew up together. And the thing, that's the thing, Tail.
He really
When it
is.
comes to, that's the thing, Tail.
He's gonna do at least some kind of betrayal.
No. I wish, you wish, Tail, there was some kind of betrayal. You wish. That would mean this game. That would mean this game at actual conflict. I know.
Okay.
Pedro, are you okay?
No, I'm sorry.
I'm worried.
I'm sorry. This game hurts me, Joe. But you have to understand that this game really fucking hurts me.
Yeah.
Because this game was once a gigantic beacon of hope that I had after being disappointed with Square's recent stuff that they've been doing up until in the early 2000s. And this was like this is exact. Imagine if Ni no Kuni came out, Jova, and it's balls. That's what this game is. It's literally Ni no Kuni gone horribly wrong.
Well, it's got the Dream Team in it and everything. And
Yeah, exactly,
Here's
just
the
like Ni no
problem,
Kuni.
though. Said Dream Team has already had a few mistakes where they messed up. Even,
But not- well, yeah, Sakaguchi fucked up with Spirits Within before this, but Akira Toriyama, I would argue, never fucked up before this.
No.
And even then, he's not at fault in this game.
Pedro, I'm talking about within this game. We've already seen bouts of each of them screwing up something.
Oh yeah, okay, there you go. I'll give you that one.
Yeah, in this game.
But yeah, that's just the thing. Anyway, Tail, trust
why do
me,
we
you
care
wish there
about
was
this
some kind of
robot?
betrayal, Tail, because there is only one thing, one particular small little character arc that these two go through, and it's completely pointless and goes, and the game at the end literally spits in the face of it, basically saying it's completely pointless.
What did they like say?
I'm not gonna spoil how, but let's just say you're not gonna like the ending.
Let me guess. They'll just say, it's no big deal after all. Or like, hey, why did you do this? Oh, well, insert explanation.
No,
okay.
it's not even just that, Jeff. It's the fact that they focus and build up this particular potential thing, which I'm not going to spoil what it is, and then at the very end of the game, instead of giving us a payoff, the game just farts out and ends.
Huh.
So now we can use the warp.
Yes, from now on we can warp for as long as we have warp keys, and we can just get them from this robot as many times as we can. For now on, as long as we have warp keys, we can warp to any of those devices that I showed earlier. So yeah, fast travel for the win!
Alright then. See you for the next part.
See ya.
Alright, see ya everybody.